new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. For those that want to go to the next level in life, I'm gonna lay out 3 things for you today. And if you align every thought, every word you speak, and every action you take with these 3, then greatness will be yours. Number 1, the foundation of greatness must be built on fire. Now when I say fire, I'm referring to passion. Success is just a child, the offspring produced from a person who has married doing the thing they love. If you want greatness, then you gotta pick your profession like you would a soulmate. You gotta marry the one that makes you feel the most alive. Pursuing your passion is the cure for amnesia. It will awaken your spirit and reveal to you your true identity. See, most people are walking around in this 9-to-5 job coma with spiritual amnesia. They have forgotten who they are. Pursuing the flame, the fire, the passion of doing what you love is the alarm clock for your spirit. It will awaken you back to your true identity, who God made you to be. Some seek a job. Some seek a product to sell. But the greats, the legends, the people that go to that next level in life, they seek themselves. Close your eyes and look inside and follow the flames that flicker until you find your way back home. The fire created when doing your passion is a gift from God. That's why there's so much power in it. Stop making your decisions based on money and make your decision based on fire. Set yourself on fire and the world will come see you burn. It's so rare today to see a person doing what he loves. Most people are not bold enough, not brave enough to step into that fire, to that ring, and just believe. We are living in a spiritual ice age. Strike a match and set yourself on fire on the inside. Ignite that greatness and the whole world will gather around you for warmth. Ferdinand Fuchs said the most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. Now I ask you, what are you most passionate about? What sets you on fire on the inside? Romance was not just designed for our spouse. Get alone with yourself. Explore intimacy with the things that you love. Connect to yourself and what God has placed in you. Success requires focus, energy, intensity, zeal, enthusiasm, love, fire, charisma, hate, passion, intensity, dedication. Dive into your passion and the world will illume with fire. When you move to the center of your passion, the world will begin to make sense. Positive thinking is powerful, but you cannot think your way to greatness. You have to burn yourself there. Now the second element that you need to filter your life through if you want to achieve greatness is truth. Now John 4:24 says, God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. Truth is the couture for greatness. If you want to go to that next level, you got to get up every day and drape yourself down in it. Truth can only be understood fully from the center of one's colon. See, the fire produced from doing your passion brings clarity, just as the choir sings. May your life harmonize with nothing but truth, authenticity, originality, realness. You already have everything inside of you needed to produce the passion is an inexhaustible appetite to express to the world what one is. Now listen to me. Those who chase trends instead of pursuing their own truth disqualify themselves from greatness. Different is beautiful. The greats don't try to fit in. They do everything in their power to stick out, to do themselves. The moment I stop trying to get acceptance from the world is the moment my life began to change. I learned the hard way that those who don't respect truth will choke on the lies and illusions of life. Surround yourself with people who cannot breathe without your truth. See, that's the winning formula. You want winning relationships, a winning team, a winning staff, a winning organization? Put together as many people as possible together who cannot breathe without truth. Self-awareness is being able to see oneself accurately without the distortions of the world. And when you align with truth, you become unstoppable. Truth is the key that unlocks the world. The temporary sting of truth is better than a lifetime of comfort born out of lies. When you need approval, you become a slave to those who give applause. Just like the bugs at night seek the light, success seeks those on fire with passion and truth. Greatness has a strict dress code for all those wishing to enter, and that required attire is truth. Drape yourself down in it and you will always be welcome. And I say it again, you are enough. Peace and serenity eludes those who seek the approval of others. The only place they can be found is in the full acceptance of one's own truth. This is why there is so much discontentment in the world. So many people on medication, so many people depressed because no one is walking in their truth. The need for approval pollutes the wrong truth required to achieve greatness. Are you living life or is life living you? You see, a life not on fire is a life wasted. And when you pursue the flame with the intensity and truth, the warmth of it will remain loyal to you forever. Success is being comfortable in your own skin and owning that regardless of what other people think. So I ask you this question now. What is your truth? You need to ask this question to yourself all day long, no matter what you're doing. In your relationships, what is my truth? In my job, what is my truth? In my spiritual connection with God, what is my truth? Whatever it is, it all has to come through that place, that mental space of truth if you want to have greatness. Relationships absent of truth remain lukewarm. If you want to reignite that friendship, that marriage, or that job, whatever it is, wrap it in truth and let that be the foundation that you build upon. That power needed to unlock doors of opportunity can only be found in that place of truth. The reason why so many of you out there listening to me right now are struggling is because you're trying to do in the physical what only spirit and truth can do. The fire of passion in a relationship thrives on oxygen, and that oxygen is being real. A deep connection is the fruit of authenticity. You want to bond with somebody, you want to bond with what you're doing, you want to bond with your work. Then be real. What you got to lose? You've tried everything else and it ain't worked. It ain't work because it will never work, because truth is the only way that it does work. Success hinges so much on how we operate in our relationships. So I want to make this clear. Sometimes people in life are going to hurt you. It's natural to want to shut down emotionally to prevent ever having to experience that again. However, the level of greatness or success that you want to achieve hinges on the amount of truth that is flowing and functioning in your life. If you have shut down in your relationships, it will affect your work. If you have shut down truth in your work, it will affect your relationships. It always hinges on truth. You gotta stop chasing the trends, seeking followers, and getting your worth from social media likes. Just be yourself. Set yourself on fire with passion, and the world will eventually come to you. People like you who are authentic, real, and willing to be vulnerable are rare. Be patient with people. Give them time to figure out just what a blessing you truly are. Stand in the middle of truth and refuse to move from it. See, the ones who have been assigned to you will eventually figure that out. Because you are beautiful, strong, and amazing, and you deserve the best that life has to offer, and you will only be able to access or tap into that by being in truth. Real and lasting relationships require both individuals to agree and commit to a standard of authenticity, compassion, and emotional vulnerability. To be equally yoked, all individual pride must die. All games must cease, and all conversations must be subject arises, that urge must be ignored and boldly faced head on. Each individual should strive to establish an unshakable foundation of trust with the other for a relationship's potential, and ceiling is always equivalent to it. See, the times where one seems to have an emotional advantage over the other, the desire to personally capitalize or manipulate has to be shunned in exchange for protecting the partner's well-being. You see, relationships thrive on transparency, which means all emotional walls must come down, all curtains must be pulled back, and all past transgressions must be remembered no more. Both parties should aggressively pursue sowing life over one another, building and uplifting each other's confidence and expressing sincere devotion towards one another. And by unleashing this truth, this honesty, cultivating a safe environment to be vulnerable, and seeking first to understand the other, no enemy of this relationship assembly can prevail. The fruit of the above dynamic is an intense connection, an all-consuming passion, and a deep liberating love that surpasses all understanding. The unity and mental bond that is formed consistently applying this selfless relationship standard is infinite and eternal. For those who have yet to experience this addictive drug personally, the best way to describe it is fire, truth, and music. Now that brings us to the third element. If you want to achieve massive success, if you want to taste greatness, then you need to filter everything you do, every thought, every word, every action through music. Now when I say music, I don't mean just physical music. Music is symbolic for creative expression. Music is vibration, and everything in the universe is vibrating. Now let me tie all this together. Passion is an inexhaustible appetite to creatively express one's truth, what one is on the inside, to the world. Be yourself and express that in creative ways. See, we disrespect God. We disrespect the spirit on the inside of us when we try to conform to what the world wants us to be. We are good enough as we are. God does not make mistakes, and you are his masterpiece. Relationships are like music, and you should never make music with anyone who doesn't understand, appreciate, or value your lyrics. Somebody who does not know their own self-worth is unqualified to enter into the presence of greatness. You are the grand composer. You are the director, the writer, the author, the producer of your life. You have this awesome, immense power on the inside of you to create any kind of life that you wish. Make your current life shine so bright that the world becomes blind to your past, that they no longer see who you were, but can only see the star that you have become. The world does not need another carbon copy of what already exists. What the world needs is you to be brave and bold enough to be who God designed you to be. The world has a love affair with the madness of genius. What the world calls crazy in the beginning, they will call beauty in the end. Ignore the choir of mediocrity. Greatness requires ignoring the urge inside to conform. When your dream is to go global, you have to distance yourself from the small minds that can only think local. Turn up the inner symphony of greatness and play only from that sheet music of originality that is blaring on the inside. Success is just finding original ways to package what is on the inside of you, that gift, that passion, that fire, packaging that up in creative ways and distributing that gift to the world in a way that they can receive it. We are all musicians singing, painting, expressing, radiating the truth and genius that God put on the inside of us. Refuse to water down or pollute your art with the thinking of the status quo. You are enough. Give them you, raw and uncut. Are you brave enough to show the world who you are? To achieve greatness, one must starve themselves from the things that produce mediocrity. Your need to control things is what is controlling you. Successful people have confidence in themselves, believing that they can handle whatever life throws at them. This is why opportunities constantly flow towards them. Now I'm gonna say it again. Those who chase trends instead of pursuing their own truth disqualify themselves from greatness. Are you stretching? Are you growing? Greatness requires taking chances. Stop being scared, be you, and just go for it. The fire of doing your passion will cause blisters, but don't let that deter you from achieving greatness. Whether it's relationships or work related, the burns are just part of it. In the end, it will be so worth it. Create your painting, orchestrate your music, design your life the way you wish to express who you are. Your work and your personal life should not be separate. They should all be one, married, unified, together. Fire, truth, music. This is Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. Warning. Videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Grind. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks, and I approve this message. You don't know the struggles that I go through, ignorant of the inner warfare I'm involved in, the scratching and clawing of the unforgettable. It's like 1,000 feral cats trying to get out of me. You see the facade, the charade and daily parade, but truthfully, I'm angry all the time. The slightest thing will set me off. Emotional storms descend upon me from nowhere. Please, please, I'm begging you, please, don't set me off. No, you don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. Outer reflections don't give you the whole story. You don't see the scars, the bruises, the claw marks. Come see the demons that sit by my bed. Any opportunity they get to torture me, they do. They constantly remind me of life's betrayals. All the days that I sat in the corner of my room, chained to the inner pews, forced to listen to the sermon of the strays. My ears heard every unspoken voice, even knew the Coptic language they were speaking in. But you don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. Outer reflections don't give you the whole story. You don't see the scars, the bruises, the claw marks. Come see the demons that sit by my bed. You don't know the struggles that I go through. No, you don't know the struggles that I go through. I don't expect you to understand, cause you don't know the pharaohs. I've let things in my house that refuse to leave. You don't know the price that I paid for this. There's a dark behind the darkness. Even my nights have nights. Wherever I go, they come with me. Other people can't see them, but they're there. Trust me, they're there, sitting right here next to me. You would run if you knew what was here, but they would find you like they found me. They would find you. You don't know the struggle that I go through. Ignorant of the warfare that I'm involved in. It's like 1,000 feral cats trying to get out of me. They bite and slash at every thought I have. I'm sure they would kill me if they wanted, but they enjoy having me to toy with. I used to fight back until I realized it was pointless. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. I said, you don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. I bought a box of colors the other day. When I got home, I opened it up and every color in the box was black. I cut my finger on purpose. My rationale was that the color of blood would at least give my life some contrast. It dripped down onto the paper. Innocent virgin white paper. Sadistic voices started to draw. Memories began to outline and rape the pages. Then finally, the trauma opened the closet. He laughed and criticized the work, called it childish and said that I scribbled like a kindergartner before the abuse. Said, what do I know about pain? What do I know about pain? He took over. I watched like a coward, tearing the paper into pieces. He sat down at the piano and his fingers began to play. The feral cats became his choir, horrific with the notes and chords he summoned. Mortal ears have never heard such vibrations of madness, such violent acoustics of hopelessness and despair. The darkness danced to his perverted melodies, horrific with the notes and chords he summoned. Horrific with the notes and chords he summoned. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know the pharaohs. The shadows made love to his symphony. As the talons ripped into me, the victim said, you don't know the struggles that I go through. Ignorant of the inner warfare I'm involved in. Outer reflections don't give you the whole story. Come see the demons that sit by my bed. Please, I'm begging you, please, don't set me off. You don't know what I'm capable of when I get like this. When the talons of the felines begin to draw on my insides. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. I lay on my bed looking up at the fan. The silence trying to get its arms around me. The moment has its hands around my throat. Relentlessly my mind seeks to destroy any calm that attempts to show its face. Lies gather around my identity. I'm completely encircled with no path to escape. They begin to tighten the ring around me, closing in, their fangs out, slowly coming closer. Mouths lusting with hunger for my everything. Lost in the forest of my own thinking, I'm alone. Here without a hero to save me. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. The oak trees witness my demise. Too scared to intervene on my behalf. War drums beating from the distance. The pharaohs marching in steps toward their prey. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You've never been eaten slowly from the inside. The hunters are so patient. They enjoy the feed, savoring every bite of me as they swallow my future. Licking my tainted days off their bloody lips. My thoughts flipping back and forth between the woods and the bed I'm dying on. Desperation sets in. Misery arises as the mind terror ensues. To fight them I must tear back my skin. The pharaohs are within. You don't know the struggles that I go through. Ignorant of the warfare I'm involved in. Outer reflections don't give you the whole story. You don't see the scars, the bruises, the claw marks. You don't know the pharaohs. You don't know the struggles that I go through. Please, I'm begging you, please, don't set me off. You don't know what I'm capable of when I get like this. You don't know the struggles that I go through. You don't know the pharaohs. You can't see the monsters in my head. You don't know the pharaohs. You can't see the monsters in my head. Sermon of the strays tiptoe around me. I'm volatile. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.